Hello, Vanessa back again. Okay, so if you saw my last video, you will know that I had managed to sew a row on upside down. So here is the completed block with the row stitched back the way it's meant to be. So that was block number 5 of our mystery quilt sew along. It's a pretty little block. Now the next block, block number 6, is this block here, which to me looks like a flower, but it's called Mississippi block. But yeah, I think to me looks like a flower. So this is still a standard 9 patch, but these squares here have these little triangles sewn in the corners, which is what makes this star in the middle. And we're going to be using the stitch and flip technique to make these units. So this is the first time in the mystery quilt sew along that we've done stitch and flip. You may have done it before, or it might be the first time you're doing it. So stitch and flip is a fairly modern way of doing patchwork. So in your instructions, it's going to tell you to cut some squares. Now this is a terracotta colour, but it is actually that white section there, but you'll notice it's a whole square. You're also going to cut some smaller squares out of 2 other fabrics. Aren't they cute? And on those smaller squares, and I've just done this a bit bigger so hopefully you can see the line, you're going to draw one line diagonally on all of the smaller squares. Now it's really important that you go exactly from corner to corner when you do this. Now the other thing to be aware of when you get your instructions, the instructions will tell you what size to cut these squares. Cut them as per my written instructions, not as shown on the cutting diagram that comes with your little block picture, because that cutting diagram presumes that you are cutting using the old-fashioned template method, and instead of cutting a square, you're actually cutting this shape here and then stitching triangles into the corners. So that is the method we are not doing. We're doing stitch and flip instead, which means the sizes that you cut your squares are different. So we're going, oh, okay, you heard the doorbell because that's Craig coming back to the shop, even though we're closed. Okay, so we're going to be putting each of the squares, one of each fabric, right sides together in an opposite corner of our larger square. And we're going to be sewing down those 2 pencil lines. And you can see the stitching on the back there. Now I'm just going to tilt the camera down. Won't be a sec. There we go. Hopefully, there we go. And once we've done that, we're going to trim off the excess from the corners. So I'm going to put my cutting ruler and put the 1/4 inch line on top of my stitching line. So I'm cutting triangle away, so that's 2 layers there. I'm cutting that away and I have left a 1/4 inch seam. Probably a bit easier to see on that side there. 1/4 inch seam. And I'll do it for the other side as well. And now when we open those little triangles out, and you can either press to the side or you can press open. There's our completed unit, very cute. And that gets sewn in to the 9 patch unit the same as you've been doing for the other blocks. Now it is a good idea, as you're working, double check the sizes of your blocks. Obviously once it's ironed and it's sitting nice and flat, double check that they are the correct size, because you don't want to go and make a stack of these and then realize that it's a little bit undersized. Now, it could be undersized if when you put that square in the corner, you must make sure that those edges there are lined up. And when you stitch down your pencil line, that you're actually stitching on the pencil line. So that when you flip this open, and you can do this before you trim it off. Oh, I've just gone out of camera there. When you've sewn that, you can fold that triangle back and they should be meeting on that corner there. And that's how you know you've got right. So you can do that before you trim off your excess, just to make sure that you've got it right. Okay, so that's block number 6 that you're going to be making. Hope you enjoy making it. Bye.